welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little something a bit different, vlogging about my Tufting. I am I would say a side hustle rug artist, and I create nice custom rugs like this one. I have a commission rug that I'm doing now, and this is like a 2 feet rug. Probably be finished. If I wanted to, I could be finished within the day. So, and just make a quick, $200 or, whatever I'm charging. This is the frame for Tufting pretty much. And this is a 2 by 2 feet. So when you just set it up, and I use these, and this is pretty much just to hold it in place, and you can put that on a table or a table like I got here. And kind of like, see below here. Y'all, don't be judging my mess. Just making sure it holds down. So the next thing that you're gonna need, y'all can do it too. Like with Tufting, this can be like a side hustle for you, or it could just be something to wear like for the holidays. You just like making stuff. I would say I can be more successful, but we got some cheap people. But I feel like the prices that I do are reasonable, but that's part of, like I said, it's a side hustle. So this is the cloth I get on Amazon. You have other cloth that people use. This is like the primary Tufting cloth. And I use this, it works fine for me. I haven't had any issues, so if it's broken, then I'm gonna still use it. Your frame is already set up, which if you are interested in Tufting, so there's 2 things. You can get a Tufting kit, or you can go to Home Depot and make it yourself. When I started, I just wanted to not have to worry about making anything because it was already enough trying to figure out how to use everything. So I just wanted to make it as smooth as possible. So I had got me a Tufting kit, and it came with everything. So this was like my first one. You still got to build it, but it came with everything, came with all the screws. Just starting out to not have so many headaches, just go ahead and get you a kit, get the whole thing. And then that'll let you know if you really like it or not. It has the nails on the side, and what I do is just tie it here. So this is the part that everybody has trouble with, making their cloth tight. And I'll be honest, if you are, so this is another thing, you want to make sure, let me see if I can bring this back. Okay, so you want to make sure, like with your cloth, you want to have at least some room on the top. So you don't want to have it as short. You want to have some room at the top. That way, like, you can stretch it and make it a little more tight. So when I do that, I put everything, and then I just kind of like fold into it. So this is something that people have trouble with, because part of the reason is resistance. If your cloth has a lot of resistance, you're not going to get what you need from Tufting. I'll be honest. It's going to tear your cloth up. So you want to make sure after you're done, like you got all the sides done, patience is key. This is what, like when you set up your frame, you want to have this bounce effect. Like you want to be able to, like, it's tight. You could tell this is tight. That's the biggest piece when, like, you guys that are starting to Tuft and you missing that part, you like, oh, my cloth is messing up, because you're not taking your time. After that, then you really just cut this piece off and you'll be started. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you to where we have our image, and I'm gonna show you as far as like tracing everything out. So come on. So this is pretty much where I go to. I already have my image up, and we're actually gonna go through with this image, right? We're gonna push that down some. You know what? I'm going to make that smaller. Yep. Crop image. Let's crop it. And usually I use Illustrator, or I use Photoshop. I go to Illustrator mostly because it's, more simpler what I'm trying to do. And from there, what I usually do is if the image fits on the canvas pretty good, or to make it fit, and these are pretty like crisp lines, so even with the eyes would only be my concern if I was doing something like really small, but being that it is something that is it's pretty simple, I don't have any issues. Just on the 2 feet, this will be my issue right here, because I do want to make it like an elephant, so I don't want to squeeze in the ears, if the ears of course is supposed to be full. But You can do sometimes, like even with this, you can do like image trace, and you can kind of just go through how you want to have the image, and it takes a little bit of time for it to process, just depending on how big the image is too. So just keep that in mind. And what I like to do is go here. So if you open this light trace panel, you can actually do a lot more. So this is only like when I'm doing like my portraits. I use this because it comes in handy. And you click that advanced, and you can kind of just go through it to see what looks like what, and take it off of there. So that's low fidelity. You can also do like line art if you want to sketch art. See how that looks. So yeah, you see how crazy that looks? So yeah, no. But it's really just showing you like all the different types that you can do. So if you want to do it in black and white, if you want to do it in like 3 colors, low fidelity is pretty much my go-to a lot of the times when it's on like full colors like this. So I don't really have any issues with doing so. The only thing is, like, you see how these little patterns in here, I probably wouldn't want that. So that's when I'll maneuver around and either keep the same image as it is and just leave it as so. So I'm thinking, let's try high fidelity, because I don't want all of those little prints inside. Just kind of want it straightforward. But this is usually what I pull up for my application. It is a paid version, but I'm always using Illustrator, so it's not an issue for me. Now, honestly, it's not a crazy issue. It's just like when you start to trace it, you want to make sure that you're getting nothing else is like grabbing your attention and you put something else in the wrong place. But you can kind of eyeball it for the most part. But for this one, I think that I'm going to just go with the image itself. You see, and this always takes like a longer time, and I'm really just seeing how each one looks, and you can go through it to see yourself, but honestly, just play with it. Compared to Illustrator to Photoshop, especially starting out, this will probably be like your go-to for like your image. So I would definitely say, yeah, keep it as this. You can also see like the tracing result, so you can hold it down and you see like the original how it was. And I mean, honestly, let's just go with it, because I feel like we can kind of go through there. And only like when you have letters, you can like flip your image. I just do it because I feel like it's a practice, because a lot of the times when you start your tufting process, your words are backwards, so you want to make sure to always flip your image, especially like when you have words. So I just like to make sure of that, and then press OK, and from there we'll pretty much just see how it matches up to our canvas. And usually when I fit it on a canvas, I'll take a look to see how it fits. If I have to make it smaller, if it's too smaller, I don't want the image to not be what it appears. Yeah, I would say that, because it's an elephant, so I just want to make sure that you get the full amount of the elephant and not have to make it so small. But yeah, this pretty much is my process on how I do so for Illustrator. And I will also be making more videos when I go through like doing portraits. If y'all want to see that, how do I do portraits on there as well. And I do Photoshop as well. But Illustrator is so much simple. It's like ABC, like to editing. But Photoshop is so much, you got to have layers. This has layers too, but you don't really mess with them unless you need to. But we're going to go ahead and go to our canvas to see how it fits. And then you'll see me drawing it out. This is the Sharpie that I recommend. I mean, you can get any type of Sharpie, but I like this one because it's a little bit bigger for you to start drawing. And with tufting, I'm just letting y'all know, you do not have to be a Picasso or be an artist. No. So it's literally, if you can trace, you can tuft. Don't let that be an issue, like holding you back. So yeah, no. All right, y'all, so that was pretty much like the drawing process. Even though it was in like fast mode, honestly, with drawing it, that took me probably around like 7 to 8 minutes. Now what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go over and do like the highlight. So with this picture, it has like a high gray and kind of like a light gray. So I just wanna make sure to go over that. Usually I do it like on a frame, but I might as well just go ahead and knock it out. So I'm gonna take a look at the picture, and then I just wanna make sure to get those highlights so it can really pop. I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and we are going to start tufting after this. So we'll be back. All right, guys, so we back, and this is the image. I know it may not look like much because it's like outline, but I got everything as far as for the highlights. I got it coordinated so I can know exactly where I need to do my grays and my blacks. So this is really only like 3 colors. So you got dark gray, you got a light gray, and then you also got black. So this is pretty easy. And honestly, this is an easy couple of bucks. Who don't want that? Like, it's an easy couple of bucks. All right, y'all, so y'all see so far how it looks. I know this is a weird angle, but I feel like I can give you the best angle with taking a look at everything. Right now, I just did this little ear and this part, so you see how it's like nice and crispy, like nice straight lines. That's how you want to do it. So if you see me kind of like all over the place, sometimes the ADD kicked in. I'm like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we'll get back to it. So I did the outline here, as you can see. So when you have a good tight cloth, you don't have to worry about resistance. You don't have to worry about your gun kicking back. That's why it is extremely important to make sure you got your cloth right. The background is going to be red or like burgundy, like Alabama, and this is going to be white. So that's why I'm just saving this. So the outline and everything is going to be red. And then I would fill in everything for the gray. It looks really good. It looks really good. I know it's really hard to see the image. I can take you to the back. Let's see. So this is how the back looks on it. It'll all come together when I start filling everything in. This is a good feel, especially like for the outline. So I feel like it's gonna be really dope. I'm always excited when I execute something. So I know the angle is kind of crazy, but I wanted you all to get like a good look from above, so you can just be able to take a look to see me tufting and just getting like a better angle. I may put y'all on the other side too, just so you can just be able to see like how it comes out with the gray, since we got the outline already, you know, there for the black. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, so I think we're just gonna go with that and just knock this out, which it should not be too long. So we'll get ready. Yeah. She's gonna help me too by getting on my nerves. All right, guys, so far I have filled in these 2 areas, if you can see right here and then at the top. So that's pretty much what we looking like, and then I'm about to go into here. So far, if you've been watching the video, I definitely would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, and comment if you want to see me do any other type of tufting videos or explain anything. I'm definitely more than happy to help anybody out that want to take this as like a side hustle, a hobby. It's really cool. So it's definitely something that I would say takes a lot of practice. If I would give any advice starting out, start with small light images. Start with like squares, circles, and that's going to help you start getting more comfortable with the gun. So I would just say start out that. I wish I did, but I went straight into it. Now if you're that person that want to just go ahead and get into it, then go ahead and do so. But yeah, let's go ahead and fill in this gray part, and then let's knock this out. Y'all, we are back, and I have everything filled in as far as for the light gray piece of this elephant. So it is looking pretty dope, if I must say. And I'm gonna do the dark gray. I'm actually do the dark gray, and then I'm gonna go to the black. I don't know, I just like how it looks. So, but yeah, this is coming out pretty clean. So what I'll probably do is like one little bit of a space into it. I'll just go in there just to make sure it's thick enough. I'm gonna walk around here. Let me see if I can cut this light on. So yeah, and when you fill in the front, you want to fill to make sure it's not like too soft to where it's not enough yarn in, or if you maybe have light spaces. All right guys, so that is pretty much it for the light gray piece. This is gonna be a part 2, just so I don't have it too long for you all. But this is just filling in the light gray. When I make the part 2, it'll just be filling in everything, the rest of the colors. And then also, I'll see if I put in the gluing and me carving the rug and shaving it down. So that may be a part 2. Let me know or comment if you want that in there as well. So it'll probably be a longer video, or I can just separate it to part 3, and then I can give more of a breakdown with shaving and carving and things like that. So I'll see y'all then. 'Cause I don't want this to